So today what we're going to be working on is the area of a triangle. So I'd like you to put me on pause, try this, and then come back and check your answer. Alright, so the try this says find the area of the triangle below. Remember, the area formula for a triangle is 1/2 base times the height. So remember, the height has to be the piece that's perpendicular to the base. So I have this triangle. I have a base of 22, and I know it's a base because I have a line. I have this altitude drawn. So it's my line that's perpendicular to the base drawn from a vertex, and that's 6. So my area is equal to area of the triangle, 1/2 22 times 6. So I have half of 22, which is 11 times 6. So the area of the triangle is 66 square inches. All right, so up until now, the only way that you guys knew how to find the area of a triangle was if you had the base and the height of a triangle. So there is another way to find the area of a triangle, and that is if you have two sides. If you have two sides of a triangle and the included angle. So if you have side, angle, side, then you can find the area of the triangle. So we're going to come up with that formula. So notice I have triangle ABC. So this side here, remember, would be little a. This side here would be little b. This side here would be little c. Now, remember, from what we know, the area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. So what I need is the height, because I have b. Right, B is right here in my formula. So I don't have H. So in order to find H, we're going to have to drop the altitude, right, create that right angle, and I'm going to call that little h. So now remember, right triangle trig, because now I have a right triangle. So I have sine, I'm going to use angle A. Sine of A, sine, remember, is opposite over hypotenuse. So sine of A, opposite would be H over the hypotenuse, which is C. Now I'm going to solve for H by cross multiplying. So when I cross multiply, I get C sine A is equal to H. So now I'm going to plug this here in, do a substitution, substitute that in for H in this formula. So the area of the triangle is equal to 1/2 B times, now what's my H? My H is C sine A. So area, and now we don't use A for area, we use K. So K is equal to 1/2 BC sine of angle A. So that's your formula. So we're going to go through different ways to manipulate the formula down here on the bottom. Okay, so let's take a look at the first triangle down here. So notice given angle A, given side B, and given side C. So I do have here side, angle, side. So given side B and side C. So this would be K equals 1/2 BC sine of angle A. So let's take a look at the middle triangle. So we have given side A, given side C, and angle B. So that's side, angle, side. So that's K equals 1/2 AC sine of angle B. And the last triangle, given side B, given side A, and given angle C, which is also side, angle, side. It's K equals 1/2 AB sine of C. Okay, so let's flip it over and we'll do some problems. All right, so let's take a look at number 1. We have in triangle ABC. A is 6, B is 5, angle C is 70 degrees. Find the area of triangle ABC to the nearest 10. So let's draw a picture. So I have triangle ABC. A is 6, B is 5, and angle C is 70. So yes, I do have side, angle, side. So I have K is equal to 1/2 A times B sine of C. So K is equal to 1/2 5. 6 times 5 sine of 70. So you could just plug the whole thing in your calculator all at one time. So plug it all in at one time, and when we plug it in all at one time, we get 14 0.0953 to the nearest tenth would be 14.1. All right, so number 2 says in triangle DEF, F is 8, D is 6, and angle E is 30. Find the area of triangle DEF. So let's draw a picture. So I have triangle DEF. F is 8, D is 6, and angle E is 30. So notice that I do have side angle side. So this is going to be K equals 1/2 D times F sine of angle E. So I get K is equal to 1/2 6 times 8 sine of 30. Just plug that into your calculator all at one time, and we get 12. So let's take a look at number 3. It says find the exact area of an equilateral triangle whose measure of one side is 4. So remember, an equilateral triangle, all the sides and all the angles are equal. So I'm going to draw a picture. So I have an equilateral triangle. All the sides are the same because it's equilateral, and all the angles would be the same. So if all the angles are the same, that means they're all 60 degrees. All right, so I could use any side angle side here because the angles on the sides are the same. So it'd be K equals 1/2 4 times 4 sine of 60. Now, if you plug this into your calculator, you get a decimal. So we're going to have to do it by piece. So I have half of 16 is 8. Sine of 60 is radical 3 over 2. So I get K is equal to 4, the square root of 3, because the 2 and 8 reduced to 4 and 1. So it's 4, the square root of 3. Okay, last one. Let's take a look at number 4. Okay, so number 4 says find the area of a parallelogram ABCD, and then they give us some information. So let's draw a picture of a parallelogram. So I have parallelogram ABCD. AB is 8, BC is 5, angle A is 30. So remember from geometry the properties of a parallelogram. First of all, opposite sides are congruent. So this is 5 and this is 8. The diagonal of a parallelogram divides the parallelogram into two congruent triangles. So this triangle here on the left is equal to this triangle here that's on the top right. So all I have to do is find the area of one of the triangles, and then I have to double it. So I have K equals 1/2 5 times 8 sine of 30. So plug that in your calculator. So I get K is equal to 10, but that's for one triangle. So now I need to multiply that by 2. So the area of the parallelogram is equal to 2 times 10, which is equal to 20. So with the parallelogram, since you're multiplying by 2 and the area has half, really what you could do for the area of a parallelogram is do the area without the half. So it would be BC sine of angle A. But either one, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we'll practice in class tomorrow. Have a good night.